And good morning to you. Back to the morning show. We're excited to have Dr. DION with us today. We'll be talking about some important things that she's doing. A little weather update there. Right now it's 25 and feels like it's about 20. So here's the deal. Now, I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just repeating what they're saying, okay? And I don't have an inside track with God. God's not giving me any special information about which way the wind's going to blow. However, they say that snow will be coming on very, very late Friday or either early Saturday. And the models that they're using, there's a European model and then there's an American model. And the two major stations here, Channel 5 and 11, the meteorologists are saying that it will be snowing. So we're going to be snowing. We're probably going to get some snow. And so what happens with that is that, we're going to be in the midst of some bad weather. So I think we need to be planning accordingly. Now, but here's the deal. I know some of you adults are saying, oh, I don't want the snow. And then, but if you got kids in your house, they probably praying against you because they want the snow. So, but that's how it is there. So, but plan accordingly, and we'll see how that works. But anyway, good morning, Dr. Clark. How you doing?
Good morning, WIDU family. It's good to be back on the station here with Wes and Sandy, and of course Troy. Good to be out here. I do have to say though, Troy got me out here a little bit early. This is a little bit early for me. It was so cold outside. A penguin crossed the street when I was trying to come outside the house. So, but it's nice to be back on WIDU. Nice to be back with everybody, all my friends and family. Glad to be here, Troy.
The early bird gets the icicle.
You got that right. You got that right.
So, February 1st is going to be Sunday. And they talk about February being Hearts Month, Heart Association type stuff. But then again, there is another special day that rolls around that gets folks' attention, and that is the 14th of February. So, Dr. Clark, you have something special that you're going to be doing on that day. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, thank you so much, Troy. I'm excited to be back here with the family. I want to talk about an event my new company is hosting at the Crown Expo on February 14th. That's the Sweethearts Dinner. Let me just take a step back and talk about my new venture. It's Legacy and Silk Events. You can go to legacyandsilk.com and see all about it. But what it is, we're trying to bring elegant, upscale events to Fayetteville, North Carolina. And this is not just an event for to celebrate love in all its forms, but it's actually the signature launch event for my company, Legacy and Silk. And so what we want to do, we want to create an elegant evening for couples, for friends, for moms and daughters, for sophisticated singles, to come, to slow down, to dress up, and to enjoy a luxury experience, an elegant experience without having to go to Raleigh, without having to go to Durham or Charlotte, right here in Fayetteville. We're going to transform the Crown Expo from top to bottom. Every inch decorated in elegance, every detail designed to make you feel like you just stepped into luxury. You're not even going to recognize the place, Troy. So we're so excited about the event.
Excellent. Well, so this translation here. So now again, your company is Legacy and Silk.
Legacy and Silk Events. You can go to legacyandsilk.com, read a little bit about me, my bio. But let me just tell you, when you come into the Crown Expo on 14 Feb, it's going to be warm, it's going to be intimate, elegant, candlelight ambiance, beautiful decor. The room will be totally decorated. Any shot will be photo ready. You know how we're always looking for that photo ready shot? Any shot in the room will be elegant and photo ready. And the tablescape will be gorgeous. It's going to be fun. Dinner will be presented on time. How many know on time? You know you want an on-time God and you want an on-time meal. You know what I'm talking about? Dinner will be on time and on brand, chef curated, chef crafted, and it's going to be excellent. The one thing I told the team, I have a team working with me, so I have table decorators and decor persons, and of course the band, the music, the photography. One thing I told the team, and especially the host, is that I don't want a program. Okay. No programs. Now, you know how we do in this community, and I'm a part of the community. I'm guilty of doing this as well. But everything is a long program. Before you get to eat, before you get to mix and mingle and talk amongst yourself, you got to hear a long speech or 2 long speeches. You got to hear a fundraising appeal. There are no fundraising appeals. Your ticket is your fundraising, and that's it. Every elected official has to be recognized. Every elected official's spouse has to be recognized. Every preacher has to be recognized. By the time you recognize everybody that's important, it's time to go home. But that's not going to be this event. It's not a banquet. It's not a gala. It's not a fundraiser. It's a nice evening out, dinner, dancing, live music. We have Radio Box providing the soundtrack, and they are one of the most popular. Again, didn't have to go to Raleigh, didn't have to go to Charlotte. Live Box does R&B, jazz, smooth R&B. They're gonna bring the energy to the event, and not only just live music, but also a DJ. You know, you got to have a DJ because people had to have their fans clack, 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 clack. You know, so you got to have all the hits. But it is going to be an outstanding event, and I cannot wait for 14 February.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. And so, as you stated before we started, that it's not relegated to couples or anything like that. You can come by yourself, still expect to have a grand time with the energy and the interaction with the individuals that are there.
Yeah, it's for anybody who has a sweetheart or wants a sweetheart, and it's for Galentine's. We're going to do some Galentine's events. We're going to have Galentine's backdrops. It really is for. I'm fortunate. My mom is coming. My mom-in-law is coming. It's going to be one of those where it cuts across generations. People can come and dance and have a nice time. And Troy, if you don't mind, what I like to do, you know, people, you know how we are in Fayetteville, Cumberland County. People have been asking me, Dion, all that sounds good, dinner, dance, and all that, but what's on the menu? And I've been teasing out that the menu reveal was coming. So is it okay if I tease out the menu, if I reveal that on WIDU today?
Let's roll with it.
Okay, let me do it. Let me do the menu. So it's going to be an elegant steak dinner. So there'll be herb seared flank steak, tender, slow marinated seared flank steak. If steak is not your jam, it'll also be chicken cordon bleu, so crispy golden chicken with creamy cheese and ham. I always have to think about the vegetarians. I'm married to a vegetarian, so there'll be vegetarian lasagna, roasted vegetables, pasta, and ricotta cheese baked into a hearty dish, sauteed spinach, yellow rice, and for the chocolate lovers, there'll be a decadent double chocolate cake for dessert, as well as a strawberry cheesecake. So we have got the palate covered. It's going to be an excellent dinner. There'll be signature cocktails. If that's your jam, don't ask the preacher, but if that's your jam, there'll be signature cocktails, wine and beer, and music all in one place. And it's going to be cold. Troy, you see how February is treating us. You see how it's rolling in. It's going to be cold. You're not going to want to go to one restaurant, bundle up, put your coat on, go to the theater, go to the show, go to the movies. You're going to be able to get it all in one place. You're going to be able to check your coat at the door. Come in, and all the warmth will come from the fun and festivities in the place. So we're looking forward to an amazing time.
So this is one stop.
One stop. Elegance, intimate, warm. It's a great place for girlfriends. I mean, sometimes we have to dress up. I still have those pretty party dresses that haven't come out since COVID, right? COVID put all the dresses, all the tuxedos in fact, I sent my own husband out to get him a new suit. I said, I want to see those pre-COVID suits. You haven't had a suit in a minute. So he went out and got a new suit, and I went out and got a new dress. It's going to be fantastic. And right here at home, right, where you don't have to go out of town. We often go to Durham for a nice time or go to Raleigh for a nice time, but we're looking forward to bringing nice events to Fayetteville. Upscale, intimate, elegant for the crowd. I mean, this community is fantastic, and why shouldn't we have all of the nice things that they have in the biggest city? So looking forward to a great time. Go to legacyandsilk.com to get your tickets. Listen, for the listeners, if you use the code Legacy, you'll get a discount. Use the
Okay.
code Legacy in all
So the
caps.
code
I'll
is
give you a
Legacy.
discount. The code is always Legacy. We're always building legacy around here. So if you use the code Legacy, you're going to get a discount just from me to you, because I love WIDU. This is my home. I used to have had a couple different radio shows on here. This is family. So we're looking forward to giving people an elegant event just 5 minutes from your house over at the Crown, but you won't even recognize it. You'll think you've been transported to New York City somewhere. It's going to be that amazing.
Excellent. So will it be for photographers there, or to take pics? And all
For
that?
sure. So we'll have a number of photo booths and photo drops set up where people can take excellent cell phone photography and get some beautiful images. We'll also have a professional photographer on site, and that's a part of the VIP package. If you go online and purchase the VIP package, you'll get a commemorative picture in a beautiful frame to take with you as a memento of this amazing event. But all the pictures will be online after the event. Yeah, we'll definitely have professional photography and videography there. So this is something you don't want to miss. And I didn't say this, Troy, but we're planning on making this an annual event. So this is the first in an annual event. The Sweethearts Dinner is going to be here every year for the foreseeable future. It's going to be an amazing event at the Crown, and we're looking forward to kicking off a great tradition.
Excelente.
Yeah.
So what time were we kicking this off? What time would we?
7 o'clock. Doors open at 6:15 p.m. because some people got to be there 45 minutes before everything gets popping. But the doors open at 6:15. The event starts at 7 p.m. It runs 7 to 10 p.m. That's a Saturday, February 14, 2026. And it's going to be 7 to 10 p.m. of excellence. Excellence. There's not going to be a down moment or a dull moment or a boring moment in the evening. It's going to be wild.
So it's going to be great stuff for the non-dancing folk that just don't know how. And,
That's right. That's right.
for the wildflowers and everybody.
If you don't listen, I taught y'all know Ben Clark is my partner in all things, and I taught him a dance move.
Get out of here.
Left step to the right, back to the left, foot toe tap, left, right, left.
Okay.
I don't care what I do. That's his move. I
Okay.
don't care if it's a fast song, a slow song. It could be the Macarena. It could be the electric slide. He has one move: step to the right, tap. Step to the left, tap.
I need help with that.
If you can't do anything else, you can step to the right tap and step to the left tap.
Rev, I
That's
need
his
help with
go-to. That is his go-to, and that is so. If you only have two left feet, bring both of those. And let's have a great time.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because some of us we didn't get that down pat.
Right. Well, listen, I used to love to dance in another life, but the knees don't accommodate.
Okay.
You try to do one thing, the knees do their own thing, and eventually you just have to sit down. So I'm gonna get out of the way and leave the dancing to the younger folks. But overall, this is going to be an outstanding event. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm getting a lot of calls and emails, a lot of interest. It's hard to convince people to shell out their hard-earned money for something new, something different. They don't know what I'm up to. Say, Dion, I don't know. You're asking for my money, but is this going to be worth the time? I'm telling you, it's going to be more than worth the time. And again, use that code Legacy. Now, don't pay full price when you can get a discount. Use that code Legacy. Go to legacyandsilk.com. Code is Legacy in all caps. Get your discount and come on out. We'll have a great time.
Right. So, what kind of age are we probably looking at?
All ages are
medium
welcome.
age.
All ages are welcome. I'm expecting the young, the 30-somethings, the 20-somethings, the 40-somethings. I'm coming, so that tells you what good category that I'm expecting. Ben is coming. He's a little more seasoned than me, but it's going to really be fun. It's going to cut across generations because it's not just couples. It's not just, lovers in love. It's really for everybody who wants to come out and have a good time. Right. And I'm telling singles to come because singles are coming. Right. If you don't want to stay single, go where singles are. Singles should come because singles are coming. And so it's going to be great. It's going to be a great evening.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be a dynamite
That's a great way to say it. It's going to be dynamite. It's going to be fun. Go out today and get your tickets. That legacy code won't last forever, but they're on sale through the end of this week, which is also the end of the month. But definitely go out and get your tickets, and let's have a great time. And you fill out the form. If you go to legacyandsilk.com, fill out the contact form. Sometimes we give away a few tickets, do some promotional things. Like I say, WIDU is home for me. So for people who go to the website and fill out the form, we'll give away a few tickets as a promotion for WIDU listeners. Just put in the message, put WIDU. Make sure I know you were a WIDU listener. We'll give out a few free tickets as well. We love Wes and Sandy. They've always supported every crazy scheme I've ever had, and they support this community. You can't find better partners than Wes and Sandy, and so we want to definitely support the WIDU family. So go to legacyandsilk.com, fill out the contact form, put WIDU in the message, and I'll make sure to send out a few free tickets this week.
Excellent. Well, is there a cutoff date for ticket sales?
Well, I'm hoping the tickets sell out soon. We're selling more tickets every day, so I'm hoping we sell out. I would not wait, but if we have a few tickets, listen, slide in at 9:30 on the day you get a ticket. I'll give you 30 minutes of the best time of your life. So we'll be selling tickets until the event is over or until they sell out.
Right. So this live band, I'm trying to think of. You said the name of that band?
Radio Box. They're local and they're fantastic. They do high energy. They do smooth R&B. So that's how it'll be. It'll be a nice dinner with smooth R&B, easy listening, and then they'll do the gamut of the songs. I already told them my favorite. Now I don't mind telling WIDU family my favorite song that I like to hear live is Lady Soul. You know, I like that You're My Lady Soul. They're gonna do the Motown hits. They're gonna do neo soul. They're gonna do some of the classics, and they're gonna do, of course, we got to have all the line dancing and things. So, but Radio Boxes, they're quite popular, and they do a fantastic show.
Yeah. So now, is this who's the bass player for that group?
I don't know who's the bass. I don't know who plays the instruments.
Okay.
But you know, they have Dominic, they have Dez, they have they have Morel, they have a great group of talent.
Okay.
In the group.
Fantastic. Radio Box. Okay. Well. Sounds like.
Now look, you're not trying to audition. Are you trying to audition to be the bass player?
No,
is that your instrument?
Nah. I played some, but I was wondering. I've seen a group before, and I was wondering if it's the same group that I'm familiar with.
Okay, well, you heard it here first, folks. Troy will be sitting in with Radio Box at the Sweethearts Dinner on the bass, and so you don't want to miss that. You know you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that. That's the price of admission. That's worth the price of admission right there. Yeah. Troy, I know I can't stay all day. I could, I could easily talk all day. I think you told me you got a panel coming up at 10. I could stay until 10, talk through the panel.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
No. But I do want to, can I pivot? Because I want to break some news. I told Sandy on yesterday that I was going to break some unrelated news.
Okay.
I try to keep my ear to the ground and know what's going on in the streets. And again, I want to hold this nugget for WIDU. You've heard a lot of, there's been a lot of conversation, a lot of articles in the paper about the MLK Jr. parade.
Correct.
Because the parade was canceled and there was some confusion about the what, when, where's. Well, I want to come out here. I need to become a journalist. I need to become a news reporter. This is not my area of expertise, but I want to break a little news. The MLK parade is on deck for Saturday, April the 4th, 2026, Saturday, April 4th, 2026, downtown Fayetteville. And if you go to, they have a new Facebook page. They have a Facebook page, MLK Jr. Parade, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Like and follow that Facebook page. That's going to be the hub for all the information, for the entries to sign up, for the participants to sign up. The MLK Parade is not dead. Contrary to what you have heard, MLK Parade 2026 is not dead. They're working with the city to get all the permits for Saturday, April 4th, 2026, which will be the 58th anniversary, of course, of his untimely death. His untimely passing. And so I was excited. You know, that's why you better not tell me anything. Don't tell me anything, because if I get the microphone, I'm going to tell it. But I talked to some of the folks at the MLK committee yesterday, and they said, well, since you're going to be over there, we guess it's okay if you break a little bit of news. So the MLK parade is scheduled for April the 4th, 2026. Sign up. That's the only way we're going to have the parade that we deserve, the parade the community deserves. They need every band, every high school band. They need every dance team, every cheer team. Troy need to come bring his bass and get in the parade. We need all the community groups, all the drill teams. Let's make this the best MLK parade of all time. Saturday, April 4th, 10 a.m., downtown Fayetteville. Do I stay breaking news or what?
Yeah,
Do I stay breaking news?
Round of applause.
Next time I get a nugget, I'll come back. I'll tell Sandy. She'll let me come back. But Troy, thank you so much for the time. Sandy West, thank you so much for the time. Go to legacyandsilk.com and get your tickets today. It's 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks out from Valentine's.
Wow,
I saw on the morning news a couple days ago that America's going to spend $3 billion with a B dollars on Valentine's Day.
I heard
$3 billion. But the economy's tough though. But we're going to spend $3 billion on Valentine's. Now I'm not asking you to spend $3 billion, but spend a few on the Sweethearts Dinner at the Crown Coliseum, Saturday, February 14, 2026 at 7:00 p.m.
So you have your website. Is there any other social media contacts, anything?
LegacyandSilk.com. You can find Legacy and Silk on Instagram and Legacy and Silk on Facebook. Thank you, Troy. You know what? You're good. I'm gonna hire you to work in promotion for the business. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Legacy and Silk. Also, we are still taking sponsors. So if any business wants to be in the ad book, if any business wants to be promoted at the event, it's where all the Fayetteville movers and shakers are going to be. That's where you need to have your name, all the candidates. We are still taking sponsors. So you go to legacyandsilk.com and fill out the contact form. We'd be happy to have you.
Excellent. And I'm sure there has to be a cutoff date for prospective sponsors, correct?
For sure. Now, if you want your ad in the book, we can't wait till the last minute. We got to get to the printer and everything. But definitely just reach out to me and let me know your intent, and we'll work with you on getting your ad in the book. You can do full page, half page, quarter page. Prices are reasonable because we're trying to keep it local, keep it in the community. That's the other thing. When you support Legacy and Silk, the Sweethearts Dinner, the company is local, the band is local, the DJ is local, the decorating team is local, the photographer is local. These are all local businesses that you're supporting. Not one business has been brought in from New York City, from Manhattan, from Raleigh, Charlotte. You are supporting the local economy, and of course our own Crown Coliseum complex. When you support the Sweethearts Dinner, you're supporting local small businesses, one and all. I have a team of women-owned, black-owned small businesses that are making this thing fantastic. And I hope that then people also get that message that right in our own community, there are people doing with amazing skill sets, amazing talent. See, I'm not a creative. If you ask me to decorate, oh man, don't do it. But what I'm good at is identifying talent, finding the right people, bringing them together to make something that's bigger than the individual pieces. And that's what the Sweethearts Dinner is going to represent. A lot of local talent showing off their best work for our community and giving people a night they will never forget.
Excellent. Well, look, we're talking to Dr. DION Clark, and she's talking about this marvelous event that's coming up. It's blown up now. I'm telling you, I don't think I've heard anybody talk about anything like this ever in our community, and so it sounds just fabulous. And certainly for all those individuals that have an opportunity to participate and be a part of this, I believe you have a time of your life. No doubt about it.
Amen. Thank you, Troy. And I'll send you a marketing check right immediately after this. You're good. You good at marketing. Thank you, WIDU family. Listen, I love you all. Praying for you always. Stay warm, stay blessed, and stay in the faith. Amen.
Right. We're going to go to a break, but again, we've been enjoying a response from Dr. DION Clark talking about her event coming up. And again, that's going to be Legacy and Silk, and you'll find them on all of the social media places as well as legacyandsilk.com. And when is that an and sign
no,
or an?
Legacy, A-N-D, legacyandsilk.com.
All right. Excellent. Well, look, We look forward to also Radio Box. I'm going to learn more about them. I like local bands and things like that. That sounds like a wonderful. But look, I appreciate you. We got out early this morning in the cold, but that's what needs to happen sometimes. Get out there, bang. Anyway, going to a break, come back, and we'll close out this hour. And at 10 o'clock, we're going to be enjoying some politicals that are going to be coming in, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming elections and the candidates. And so we want to discuss and mesh some things out. We'll be back for more following this. Thank you so much, Dr. Clark.
Thank you. Love you, WIDU family.
Winter storm watch is in effect for all counties through Sunday. Snow and dangerous cold winds are likely over the weekend. A rare all-snow event is going to help road crews. Preparations, stocking up on salt supplies, and ensuring crews are well rested to keep roads safe. Meanwhile, tens of millions of Americans are being hit with bitter cold weather after that massive winter storm last weekend. A lot of people in the South are still without power because of the ice. The FBI carried out a search yesterday at an election facility in Fulton County, Georgia, tied to the 2020 presidential election. The American Academy of Pediatrics this week released its recommendations for childhood vaccines, breaking significantly with the guidance released by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. On January 28th at 8:50 in the morning, the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at the 100 block of Peace Street in Fayetteville. As a result, 38-year-old Jamie McFall of Fayetteville was arrested for possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver a Schedule I controlled substance, possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver a Schedule VI controlled substance, manufacture a Schedule I controlled substance, manufacture a Schedule VI controlled substance, and maintaining a dwelling for controlled substance. Cumberland County Schools is continuing the development of its 2026 to 2031 strategic plan and wants to hear from you. Families and community members are invited to share feedback through upcoming focus groups or an online survey. Today, residents are invited to attend a session hosted by Bar and Bar to learn more about the bidding process for Fayetteville's Fire Station 16. This is at the FSU Business Hub in Fayetteville. It is today, 5 until 6 p.m. From WIDU.
Good Thursday morning. We start your day with clear skies and temperatures very cold in the upper teens. By this afternoon, we'll have more sunshine. Highs will reach the mid-30s. Wind chill values could be as low as 10 degrees earlier in the day. Then partly cloudy skies overnight and into Friday morning. Temperatures drop to around 20 degrees. We'll see increasing cloud cover on Friday with highs still cold in the mid to upper 30s. A good chance for snow this weekend. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
This Dr. King moment is sponsored by Wiseman Mortuary, 431 Cumberland Street in Fayetteville. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on April the 4th of 1968 on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis.
And then I got into Memphis, and some began to say the threats, or talk about the threats that were out. What would happen to me from some of our sick white brothers. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place.
January is Dr. King's birth month, and WIDU celebrates the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This Dr. King moment was sponsored by Wiseman Mortuary, 431 Cumberland Street in Fayetteville. Complete insurance protection, licensed embalmer and funeral director. We're conveniently located on the corner of Cumberland and Hillsborough Street. Wiseman Mortuary, there for you in your time of need. 431 Cumberland Street in Fayetteville.
If you are on Medicare, scammers may target you to steal your identity. Remember, Medicare will never call you asking for personal details. The NC Department of Insurance Senior Medicare Patrol program is here to protect you from fraud and provides you with knowledge to stay safe. Contact SMP today at ncship.com or call toll-free at 855-408-1212.
Project supported by grants from the Administration for Community Living. Contents do not necessarily represent official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL, HHS, or the U.S. government.
Hey, Cumberland County. Looking for a job with purpose? Cumberland County government is hiring. We offer great career opportunities where you can serve your community and grow your future. Explore openings and apply today at cumberlandcountync.gov/jobs. Need help? The county's recruitment team is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit cumberlandcountync.gov/jobs to apply to join the Cumberland County team.
Hi, I'm Mitch Colvin, president of Colvin Funeral Home and Crematory. For over 50 years, our family has provided professional services with dignity, compassion, and respect with families during a time of need. We realize funeral services are as unique as those we're honoring. We offer a variety of affordable, quality services tailored to meet each family's needs, specializing in burial and cremation services. Proudly servicing Cumberland, Robeson, Hope, Harnett, Bladen, and surrounding counties from 2 locations, 2010 Murchison Road, Fayetteville, 1904 Elizabethtown Road, Lumberton. For more information, visit our website, www.hmcolvin.com.
Hey, you looking for your next car? Start at Bryan Honda, 4104 Rayford Road in Fayetteville. At Bryan Honda, we make buying a car simple, stress-free, and affordable. Whether you're searching for a brand new Honda or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we've got a huge selection to fit every lifestyle and every budget. From fuel-efficient Civics and Accords to family-friendly CRVs and Pilots, Bryan Honda has the perfect vehicle waiting for you, and with our friendly, knowledgeable sales team, you'll never feel pressured. Need financing? No problem. Bryan Honda works with multiple lenders to get you approved fast with competitive rates that make sense for you. Plus, our certified service department is here long after the sale, keeping your Honda running strong for years to come. Drive smarter, drive happier, and drive home today from Bryan Honda, 4104 Rayford Road in Fayetteville, or you can visit online, bryanhonda.com. Your road starts here. Nobody beats a Bryan Honda deal, not now, not ever.
If you pay your city or town for electricity, you live in a public power community. Public power communities provide electricity to families and businesses from a locally owned and operated system. Public power systems are not-for-profit and provide electricity at affordable rates with unbeaten reliability. Your local public power provider invests in your community, providing local jobs and supporting your local economy. Electricities of North Carolina is the energy behind public power. Learn more at electric.
No matter your struggle, you are not alone. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is free, private, and always available. If you feel lonely, isolated, anxious, or overwhelmed, help is here all day and night. Call, text, or chat 988 without cost, without judgment, and without waiting for an appointment. You'll get support that can make a difference. Brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services.
So you just heard Dr. DION Clark. She's talking about an event that's going to be she's having at the Crown on the 14th of February. Man, it sounds exciting. I know that much. Wow. Live music, food, steaks, even stuff for the folk that are non-meat eaters, and got a live band and a DJ, and oh man, just fantastic stuff. So that should be an incredible event. Anyway, so I look forward to that. And she said legacy.com is where you want to go. Legacy and Silk, that is. Legacy and Silk, the word, legacyandsilk.com. And you can also find it on social media sites. Good morning, DL. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Kind of cold out there, ain't it?
Yeah, but the sun's out, so we can deal with it.
So I was told, like I said, I was following the news, and I was saying, I know you all have some other stations in the western part of the state, but anyway, Channel 5 and 11 are saying that they're predicting that it will be precipitation and that it will be snow. So want people to kind of prepare for that. The snow is not as dangerous as the ice. The ice, you have the power dropouts, but with the snow, you don't have that. So that's, the upside to the whole snow thing versus ice. But again, we are in full-fledged winter this go around, no doubt about that.
Well, what hurts these kids in school, thank God they have the remote learning, because what folks don't realize, when these school administrators determine if they can go to whether or not they can have an in-person school, they go to these, over there in Beaver Dam, they go out to these neighborhoods where the roads in the country, where the roads are real bad. If they can't get, the buses can't get through it, they're not going to have school. And you could be better, the roads are better in the city, but they need to have, you're not going to just have 25% in school. It's either all or nothing. So I had to explain that to folks. You can't just look at the roads in the main part of your city and think we should be in school. It's not going to work that way.
I know you're right. Particularly those, like I said, those areas that have, those school districts that have what you might call rural areas or remote areas, that certainly does play a part into that. But again, but following the weekend, it does affect the churchgoers. However, since COVID, a lot of them have the ability to go remote anyway. And so I think that, but look, first of all, it's not anything we can do about it. So we just got to, respond to it and live through it. But
that's correct.
But switching gears, though,
Hey,
look, people are really on this thing about Bill Belichick, man, and getting him going to the Hall of Fame. I mean, look, I didn't think I'd ever find myself defending, because I used to call him Billy Cheat, but still, that's kind of interesting. People are like defending him, saying, look, if you guys don't put this guy in on the first round, something's wrong with the whole process.
The damage is already done. They're not going to put him in this year. And now it's funny. The Hall of Fame had to come out and issue a statement. You know what, though? They should have been called out years ago, because Terrell Owens was the first ballot Hall of Fame. Concurrently, as Terrell Owens bailed on teams, did childish stuff, but he was first ballot. He was first ballot. And Terrell, and when he wasn't first ballot, Terrell didn't do his Hall of Fame ceremony in Canton. He did it back in, I think it's high school, and the Hall of Fame had to change the rules. And, Terrell Owens was never a Steeler, but he was a problem for opposing defenses. So this ain't the first person that was done wrong.
Well, I think I don't think you find anyone more high profile, though. I mean, so Belichick has 8 Super Bowls, 2 as a defensive coordinator and 6 as a head coach. I don't think no one else has ever done that before, correct?
That's but he's a coach. I'm talking about on the field with the real action. Terrell Owens is a top 3 receiver. It's Jerry Rice, and depending on who you like after Jerry Rice, it's either Randy Moss or Terrell Owens. He's first ballot. But my point is, it's like these guys that make these decisions. Yeah, I got the power now. They power hungry, and they were wrong. They were wrong with Bill Belichick, and they were wrong with Terrell Owens. You put these guys in unless Terrell Owens cheated the game, unless he was somebody, that on steroids or Pete Rose, which Terrell Owens wasn't. What, is he a headache to coaches and some teammates? Yeah, but Belichick is the second person. He's high profile because he's a coach, And coaches don't have to wait 5 years like players. Players have to wait 5 seasons. That's a long time. There's some players that go to their grave that don't get inducted, like Cliff Branch for the Raiders. Cliff Branch should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. But he did, after he passed, he was inducted.
Yeah, well, there's scuttlebutt that the real reason why Belichick is not there is because of Kraft, the owner, doesn't want him there. Do you put any credence to that?
I don't know. The Kraft might have to come out and make a statement. Now, Bill Polian, who used to be the GM for Charlotte, and he was the GM for the Colts, they said him and Bill Polian did it as well. So, was in cahoots. That's what they say, but neither one of those people have stepped up to the plate to say whether or not they had anything to do with it. But they're not going to – they need to just go ahead and put the votes out public, but they'll never do that, though.
Right. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking about some of it tomorrow with have you and Jay on, but seems like things are taking somewhat of a turn in Minnesota when the Congresswoman was having a press conference, or what I guess we would call a press conference. She was supposedly, I guess, attacked by someone with some kind of unknown substance, but there are people that are calling that into question. Have you been following that?
Well, there's people that's calling it into question, but if that was staged, which is what somebody's alluded to, I think that's stupid. Why would she do that? But I'll stand corrected if it comes to find out that can happen. But I do have a problem with her security. Those men around her were not too quick to act. Got a problem with that. I have a problem with that. Her security needs to be fired and whatnot. But I'll wait. I don't want to because that's that right wing media that's saying that. Now, the left wing, I have a problem with both of them. But I want to talk about a U.S. senator, and people have short memories. Tom Tillis is going out swinging, and hey, a lot of people saying he's got up here now that he's on his way out, and I find it fascinating. People, all the ones, I don't know their political affiliation to make these comments, but because they could be a Republican, but I will say this, Troy, predominantly most of them making those comments on social media are probably Democrats, and I think you question him saying what he should have done, but the Democrats, James Clyburn, y'all have had him on WIDU, they knew Biden was not capable of doing the job. Had they known, they knew this for years, Troy. Me and you talked about this all the time. I didn't need somebody, no doctor, to tell me that Joe Biden shouldn't have ran. And I say this, had the Democrats, the people around him, his staff, and Pelosi, Clyburn, all the folks that had access to that White House, had they been honest with Americans, the Democrats would have had a primary. And I say somebody like Kelly of his ilk would beat Trump. That's just my opinion. You would have gave Americans another choice. Like the Republicans, even though they put Trump out there, at least they had a primary. So all these people calling Tom Tillis out, you got folks at his residence protesting him down in Huntersville near Lake Norman every day. But I just can't remember. People are putting all this on him when the Democrats had done the same thing. Not just him. Democrats have not, when they folks have done bad things or things that were unethical or whatnot, they set back local, state, and county. In their lives, you've seen politicians take money or do things they shouldn't have, but you ain't never called them out. But we want to hold Tom Tillis to a different standard.
Yeah, because, I said to you, even before President Biden was elected, I said, DL, before this guy's term is over, he's going to collapse. I mean, now, it didn't make me some genius, and certainly that was a guess. So I mean, I didn't know, but I wasn't surprised at all. And the people that saw that this guy's mental ability declining, and because I have a dear friend, man. I mean, this guy has been a publisher all over this country, a noted newspaper man in editorial. And when I started seeing things about about Biden. He said to me, no, man, that's age discrimination, blah, 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 you know, and I just let it go. I mean,
yeah.
When it was clear that the man had problems, I mean, real problems. And like I say, with Jim Clyburn and all those, they either had to be lying or just trying to deceive us all together, because they were saying, "Oh no, he's sharp as he was sharp as a pencil," and you could go back and look and see when they was on these morning shows with Face the Nation and all those other kind of things. It was collusion from all of them. To this
but
point,
here's the thing about George Troy.
We don't know.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
To this point, we don't know who was making decisions about a lot of things. And I really don't believe that it was the president, because his wife and his son, they were going to meetings with him. Now, I've never heard of that before. You see what I'm saying? A president that has his son and his wife going to meetings with him. I'm talking about official meetings.
But here's my thing. You know, Jim Clyburn has been credited with resurrecting Biden's presidential bid in 20, because he was bombing out in South Carolina primary. He won. Clyburn endorsed him, and that propelled him to win the Democratic primary. So they give Clyburn all the credit.
Right.
What folks got to realize, Clyburn has a conflict of interest. His daughter is in the administration. She's on the FCCC. So he's sort of beholden to Biden. So you talk about putting country, we're supposed to put the country before a party. The Democratic establishment didn't do it. We always talked about it. Julian Castro, who was in the Obama administration, Secretary of Transportation, told him, if you primary Biden, you will not ever get money from the Democrats. You'll be an outcast. So I'm like, you beating up on Tom Tillis for not turning on his party. Well, a lot of you didn't do what's right for America, because Kamala Harris, she's always saying, I told y'all, they got those memes out there. I told y'all. And she's right with a lot of what she said, that, I don't want to debate everything that she said, but if they feel that way, that she was right, why would you chance it with Biden going up against Trump? Because I'm going to tell you, some of the folks that voted for Trump, they don't like what he do. I know a lot of them don't, but what they do like is that he's against certain people and certain groups, so they vote for him. So I'm just kind of I look at all these comments, and they just like taking shots at Tom Tillis on his way out. But he had enough. That's why he had enough.
Well,
so he's going to the House.
What bothers me and concerns me is that, and that's why good people don't want to serve in office. People disagree with them. That's fine. I got that. But you can't go out to eat at a restaurant, without people screaming and hollering at you if they see you at a gas station. And that's what, some of these people are advocating, that people do that. That's simply not right. So if you choose to be in elected office, it's almost like you got to give up your whole life, your family, everybody, the threats, everything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it happens on the local level. They think these, on the local level, we got these mayors that put in their time and council people that put in their time. Now, they get paid a decent amount of money, but they have to be prepared. They just don't roll out to those meetings. Now, we know some council folks do and commissioners do. They don't just roll out to those meetings 2 or 3 times a month. It's a lot of paperwork they got to read. They have to be prepared. If they're not prepared, folks, those meetings would start at 6 and 7 or in the early hours of the morning and last 8 and 9 hours. You have to read before you go to the council meeting, and you have to constantly be in contact with the city manager to ask him and his staff questions. It's not. If you're going to run for public office, you need to be prepared to put in the time and tell your family, I'm going to be busy.
Right.
Folks don't see that. Folks do not see that.
Yeah. I know that the mayor on last week did put out a thing. He posted on social media, talking about Mayor Colvin, talking about the number of debates and everything and public forums that were held for elected office when people were running for city positions versus now that we into the county stuff. I think he's right and he's wrong at the same time. Here's the difference. Things are partisan now. So, the races that he was talking about, they were nonpartisan. So right now, okay, if you have a debate, it would need to be just with the Democrats on the Board of Commissioners in particular. You know what I mean? Because they have a primary. The Republicans don't have a primary. So you got 5 people running for District 1, which the winner, the people who win that, they will not face opposition in November unless somebody becomes a write-in or something like that. And then you have 6 people running at large, and then they will face off with 2 Republicans in the fall. So I think that some of these debate teams, all those other things, are waiting for the primaries to get over before they jump into, all of these debates and everything. But, I would agree that people don't know a lot about some of these candidates, but, that's what we are doing here at the station. We have Jay Reinstein. He's had them behind the microphones, and you can find all of those interviews on YouTube. So, but that's where we are now. But there's a slight difference in how and what's going on. So comparing the municipal elections to these elections sort of kind of like comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah, but if you want to find out about a candidate, I can tell anybody, they should have either a website or a social media page, or like Troy say, they don't have an interview with the Observer. They should have something with WIDU, because West afforded them the opportunity to come in and just see what they're talking about. I know it's hard sometimes, but you don't need a primary, especially if they've been in public office before and you're from Cumberland County. You should, which a lot of these candidates that are seeking election to the commission, they've been elected before. So unless you're new to the area, they already have some work from the past.
Right. Well, look, our time's about up, but I'll be back in an hour. We're going to have, for Election Central, we're going to have a team of individuals that's going to be sharing their opinions about the upcoming elections and the people that are running for office. I'll just be the traffic cop and the moderator, and they'll be having their opinions, so it won't be Troy's opinion. But tune in at 10 o'clock.
All right.
We'll be back. Thank you so much for calling in this morning, DL. Have a great rest of your day. And, man, and for all of you out there, stay warm. 1600 AM, 99.7 FM. And we appreciate our most able producer this morning, Reverend Dr. Carl Brinkley. And also, go back and rewatch again, if you will, Dr. DION Clark talk about this fantastic event that she has coming up. Now, I'm telling you now, I don't think I've seen anybody that excited about anything lately. So it should be fantastic. But look, we're going to take a break, and I'll be back in an hour. Please stay tuned in with us. We'll be back, and we're talking about some important stuff coming up.